So prepare the place, prepare the meals, prepare the invitation to people. And that's one requirement, which it is, I want to emphasize more. Okay? Say in verse 6, the last verse, leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. So leave your simple ways. That's a requirement. The wisdom, Lady Wisdom, tell those who are coming. It calls for people to leave, L-E-A-V-E, not L-I-V-E. Okay? L-E-A-V-E, leave your simple ways and you will live, L-I-V-E. So L-E-A-V-E, you have to leave the simple ways and you will live. In other versions, this particular verse says, leave your impoverished confusion and live. Forsake your folly and live. Forsake, abandon. Forsake foolishness and live. Okay? Leave the company of ignorant people. Those who do not know experience. Don't be spend too much time with people who do not know wisdom. People who are full of wickedness and trying to draw you away. Don't spend too much. He said, leave the company of ignorant people and live. If you want to live, give up your foolishness. Okay? So that's one requirement. If you come to this banquet, you need to live. You need to L-E-A-V-E. Simple ways are lives without repentance, are not turning to directions of lives over to wisdom and over to Jesus. So simple ways are what our ways are. They are full of self-centeredness. They do not want to repent. They are full of pride. You know, there was one story, actually I was thinking, I don't know where to tell you, but it's actually an African story. It's just for illustration, not saying about a culture. Okay, there's a chief, and the tribal chief wanted to hold a big banquet for all of the people in that community. Okay? And all the people who are there, the men, the young men there, the councils, the council, all the people there who are also the leaders also agree, okay, it's a good idea, why not we celebrate? Okay, they want to have a big banquet because they celebrate the harvest. Okay, so one thing, he said, one thing you need to do when you come for my big banquet, big party that I'm going to throw for y'all, okay, because you work hard. So one thing is that you need to bring a tub. Okay, those days, I think they call it casablasha, is it? Okay, a tub of wine. Each one of you must bring a wine. Okay, they call it, the word calabash. Those African, you know, calabash is a god, a container that you bring along with. So the chief says, you must bring, each one of you must bring calabash. And calabash of wine, one calabash of wine is not cheap. Okay, it's very expensive, right? So, well, it's only once a while you'll come. Okay, just bring one calabash of wine. So everybody, okay, agree, and all the people, okay, so the day came, they have a big occasion, the food was ready, and everybody, young men, bring a calabash, okay, a container of wine, and they put in the big pot. Everybody put in a big pot, all together they pour into the big pot where the wine was, so that they can have, that's the way they celebrate. So everybody pour in, and so they're going to start. Okay, they're going to start a celebration. The first thing they're going to start is they're going to kampai. It's kampai, cheers with the wine. So everybody just cook, okay, a cup of that wine from the big pot. And then the first person to drink is a young man. He say, ooh, okay. And actually, one of the person actually was thinking whether to bring a wine or what, because that person who was supposed to bring a wine said it's so expensive. I think I'll just bring a cup, the cup of water. It doesn't matter. The rest will bring the wine. I'll just bring a cup of water. Okay, so the day when they drink. So lo and behold, when everybody tried, bring, and it was taste of water. Some were say, it's not wine. Then everybody thought, everybody when they start drinking, it's actually not wine, but it's water. You see, they did not follow the requirement. okay, their requirement, each of them thought that other people will bring. My little one won't affect the rest of them. So when everybody comes, each of them bring water instead of wine. So they did not really enjoy the banquet. So your requirement of the banquet is very important. So the requirement of wisdom banquet is to leave. Okay? Even though this water does not, the water that this African celebration did not kill them anymore. Okay? But wisdom tells clearly that you leave your simple ways and you will live.